Hey team, so I have a new video for you today which is requested quite a bit in various types of ways. One of them which is just to give you like a basic setup, in which you can build and test from in your own way, but it'll still give you like an optimum efficiency, um, defending yourself in the wars. Kind of helps anyone that's jumping in and trying to lower down that 5 flame rate against you, um, so that we can do a little better in those wars. I'm going to show you a couple bases and explain some reasons why or why not to use certain towers and when to move on to the next islands when building. I also have like a bonus setup at the end I was going to cover for you to try around level 55. But keep in mind that these things do change based on how PG patches the game, so it may not hold up in the future, but so far it's worked well for me. Anytime anyone kind of asked to give advice, I always ask for advice, and people seem to be, genuinely satisfied with the base, or my bases so far, even though they're definitely some tweaks and changes, and people will have a difference of opinion. I mean, that's going to go no matter who you talk to. So here's my base on my alt, which I record on. He's a level 29, almost 30, and has a simple base that earns me more rubies than not. First thing I want to discuss is the sheep farms and the lumber mills. These are right here. Move that out of the way. Lumber mill and a sheep farm. You don't want these guys to be throughout your base. You want to keep these close to your base, close to your main base. If you have these anywhere else, say if I had one over here on this island, someone's just going to hit me. They're going to take out the 4 offensive targets, and they're going to let that farm sit there and slowly just come up on it and build a bunch of rage, and then that allows them to hit me again. Let's see, like your speed slows down for these, but your rage keeps building, so it's no good for incoming attackers for you to have those farms throughout your base. Second thing I want to cover is Ballistas. Let me see if I can show you one of these. Yeah, right here. So these at first, until like level 18, they were really useful. But after then, people just, I guess the opinion is pretty much just to kick them out of the way. They were even before level 18, they're okay-ish. I still prefer the cannons. They might work in combination with like other towers, but it poisons for a small amount, does low damage compared to cannons and archers, and it does not contribute to any nearby towers, so I usually keep them off my base. Third thing I want to talk about is your damage dealers. That's why I have a cannon on my low guy. They do a massive amount of damage. Your cannons and archers at first, and this changes as you level up since you open up more options. Most importantly, like the elemental towers, the dark flag towers, which take some special resources, and you want to keep those maximized as much as possible. Fourth is going to be the red and blue mage towers. These guys are right here. You want to keep the red sucks the rage, blocks red attacks, and blocks rage building. The blue does the exact same thing, but blocks the blue attacks. You want to keep a red mage tower in the center of your island. That way it could block red attacks against all of your towers. And you want to keep a blue tower on the same island just to kind of prevent from the same thing. That way you can prevent against red and blue attacks, which definitely helps you survive. The next thing I want to talk about is short base versus long base. So keeping a short base allows you to maximize the levels of towers while still keeping your main level lower. If you try to maximize every tower on every slot immediately, you're going to end up with a lot of lower level towers getting crushed as you outlevel your base. Short bases allow you to prevent rage building. They're much harder statistically to achieve the 70% completion rate. And and that successfully destroys your base and steals your resources if they get to that point. One rule, someone's told me at level 60 to change from a short base, which is just these 2 islands here, and move on to a medium base, which would be the next set of islands, level 60. I'm going to keep going till level 100. Just see how that works. Keep them really maximized or maximize as much as possible, and then after level 100, I'll move on to the medium base. Of course, keep in mind, again, things change. So this strategy may as well, I may as well. It really depends. The one last thing I did want to add is the that would be such a good opportunity to jump in there and defend too. One thing I wanted to add is the level 55 bonus island I've been kind of playing with. I've seen on some islands, and they're doing very well. Is when you come up here, you've got a red mage tower in the center. Over here where this cannon is, you'd have a blue mage tower, a dark flak. Actually, let me just store that guy out of the way. Dark flak, which is right here, to do the massive damage, and you'll have an ice turret and a fire turret in the back. That ice turret definitely helps, and that fire turret does a shootload of damage. Basically, that ice turret shields and slows down dragons, and the fire turret does a massive amount of damage, as well as a dark flak, and the red and blue mage towers will prevent those massive damage dealers from getting attacked by red and blue spells. Now, if someone comes at you with a white spell, they can still get around that. Like Borgian, for instance, it's one of the things I love about him, is that white spell, that white chain lightning. When I come in, I can hit you with a chain lightning, and it doesn't matter if you got a red or blue tower. But most dragons, Kanaris is one of them, a huge damage dealer, really good at wrecking bases. But when they come up on red mage tower, that Kanaris can't do that massive damage dealing because it's a red spell. I hope this helps, guys. I really appreciate you guys giving me the feedback. This was requested by quite a few of you, and the next one I'm going to do is actually defending, which, as I was saying, it was a good opportunity. I should have jumped in there, but instead I just kind of laid back and got my ass kicked. So let me know any more ideas, and I'll make more videos for you guys. I will see y'all soon.